All right, in this lesson, we are going to multiply polynomials. Up to now, we've done some adding and subtracting. So here we go. One thing I want you to remember, how to multiply a polynomial by a monomial by using the distributive property. You've already done this. You've already done this so many times in this class. And what do I mean by that? Well, you're used to seeing a number on the outside of the parentheses and then a quantity inside. Well, guess what? The monomial is this part here, one term. Remember how to multiply, let's see where it is, monomial by a polynomial. So a monomial times a polynomial, which in this case specifically is a binomial because of the two terms right there. And you're used to doing this. You know, you distribute the 3. How did we remember doing that? We'd circle these just so we could keep our positives and negatives straightened out. You're going to multiply times the first term, 3 times 2x, or you could, as you're doing this, it's a great idea to say it out loud in your head till you get the positives and negatives just down. You can just say positive 3 times positive 6x. I know that's, I made a mistake. Positive 3 times positive 2 will be a positive 6x. Positive 3 times a negative 3. Positive times negative is negative, so I square that and I get 9. 6x minus 9. You're used to this. Today's lesson, we're going to be multiplying polynomials, and specifically we're going to multiply 2 of these. So you can have one of these here. And basically it's just taking the distributive property and, you know, as what's his name, that chef, Emerald, bam. We're just going to kick it up a notch. All right, so this is the goal today. You guys are going to learn how to multiply 2 binomials by using the distributive property twice. So, you know what? Just watch and listen, okay? Just watch this part. Question says, find the product of this quantity, x plus 4, times this quantity, x plus 5. I rewrote it here. X plus 4 times x plus 5. And like I said, we're going to distribute twice. So first we're going to distribute the x. We're going to distribute the x with this circle here. And normally when we distribute, you know, we multiply against the first term and then the second term. So let's do that. X times x, or positive x times positive x, is a positive x squared. Then multiply it on the second term. Positive x times a positive 5 is a positive 5x. Now we're going to take the next term inside. A positive 4 times a positive x is a positive 4x. And then positive 4 times a positive 5 gives us a positive 20. Combine like terms, x squared plus 9x plus 20. That's it. That's the answer. So we're just going to distribute the x to everything, to this whole quantity. Then we're going to distribute the 4, or whatever our term is for that one, to this whole quantity. So we wrote it out like this. And then if we have any cleanup to do, combine like terms, that's what we're going to do. All right, so here comes an example, and you can write this one down with me. Okay, example 1. Find the product of x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 3. So I rewrote it here, and the first thing I did was distribute the x, the first x right here. So circle it. If you want to, you can circle your terms here too. I think I'll just do a different color. So make sure we keep our positives and negatives with who they're supposed to be with. Positive x times positive x, x squared, positive x squared. Positive x times negative 3, negative 3x. Now we're going to go to the second term of the quantity, which is positive 2. Positive 2 times x, positive 2x. Positive 2 times negative 3, negative 6. Combine like terms, last thing. Combine like terms, and I've got negative 3x and a positive 2x. Still leaves me with a negative single x. And my answer ends up being x squared minus x minus 6. Okay. Your turn, please. And then I'll work it out. So pause and go and come back. All right, let's see. If you want to, if you're comfortable, you know how I love just bubbling everything because it keeps the signs, keeps the signs with everything. So just take that, distribute the x to everything inside. X times x, x squared. X times positive 2, well, that's positive 2x. Positive 1 times x, and positive 1 times positive 2, positive 2. Combine like terms. The only thing I'm going to combine is these x's, which is 3x plus 2. Bam! Done with that one. Number 2. Go ahead, do your circle strategy. Keep those signs inside the bubble with the term. It's all right. All right, 2x times x. Well, that's 2x squared. That's positive. 2x times positive 2, positive 4x. Positive 1 times an x, just a single x. And then positive 1 times positive 2, that's still positive 2. A little CLT action right there leaves us with 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. And we're done. You're probably wondering, what is this good for? Well, you're going to learn in class. That's when you come to class. We're going to actually do some real life application. I need you to get the skill down though. Here we go. You might have noticed a pattern as we were doing that. And that actually, there's a pattern called using the FOIL pattern. FOIL, which stands for first, outer, inner, and last. That's where FOIL comes from. First, outer, inner, last. It's a pattern. It's a pattern to help us remember how to multiply binomials. So, the reason I have this here is this is the concept. This is the concept that we just, used in that other example. And I wanted you to know that there's actually a pattern with it. There's actually a name for it. We'll say, hey, why don't you just FOIL that in math? And so you get, anybody who's been exposed to this, and you know what they're talking about. Oh yeah, first, inner, outer, last. You must be multiplying binomials together. So it makes a pattern and hopefully makes your life easier as you work these out. Help you remember. So what it is the product of the first terms, meaning 3x times x. Remember, product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So 3x times x is 3x squared. Product of the first terms. Product of the outer terms came to 15x. So 3x, outer to the outer term to the outer. So 3x times 5, 15x. Product of the inner terms, well, these are the two inner guys right here. These guys are outer, these are inner. These are the first terms. These are the last terms in each one of these quantities. That's where the words come from. Where am I? So product of the inner terms, positive 4 times positive x, positive 4x. And then, of course, we got product of the last terms over here. Positive 4 times positive 5 is positive 20. Combine like terms right there. And 3x squared plus 19x plus 20 would be the answer. This is the concept. FOIL is the concept for multiplying binomials. So, last slide. I want you to go for it. Let's see what you can do. And I'll come over here and work it out. So see you in a minute. first, outer, inner, and last. X squared minus 4x plus x and minus 4. Combine like terms. Negative 4 and positive 1, that just takes 1 away from there. Minus 4, and we're done. Number 4, I'll use green. I love these colors together right here. Lime green and black, it's awesome. Ready? First terms. First, outer, first, and then inner, and last. Okay. Foil. 2x, or positive 2x times a positive x. Well, that's a positive 2x squared. Positive 2x times negative 1. That positive and a negative make a negative, and so that's negative 2x. Running out of room. Negative 3x. And a positive 3 on the end. Combine like terms. What do we got? 2x squared. Negative 2x and a negative 3x? Wow, my goodness, we just keep going in the hole with that. Going down farther. And we are done. 2x squared minus 5x plus 3. All right, that is multiplying polynomials. Specifically, that's multiplying binomials. 2 terms in a quantity times another 2 terms in a quantity using FOIL. And I will see you in class. We're going to knock this out with some real life application in class. You're going to love it.